in next 15-20 minutes, I'm going to give some real life examples. I won't get into data and 30% growth and this many $1 billion, etc., etc. I won't do that. I will just tell you my experience in terms of what is the shift that has happened in companies' mindsets, in companies' owners' mindsets, in companies' board of directors' mindset about world of advertising and mostly about world of digital marketing, especially after COVID. Can you start? Yeah. Yeah, so the topic that was given to me and I have chosen is disruption in the Indian digital marketing space post-COVID. But there's a slight change because talking only about digital marketing won't do justice. It will be half-baked, bread then. So I'll just get into digital world, which is the current world and which is going to be the future. So these are the 3-4 points that I'm going to cover. So quickly, I know from morning 5-6 speakers have spoken and they have given their own definitions of disruption. I'm going to put in my thoughts about it. Then the disruption in the advertising space, a very small snippet. In the digital world, which will be larger part of the presentation, and what is the future in the so-called digital world. Okay. So what is disruption? Dictionary says it is an act or process of disrupting something, a break or interruption in the normal course or continuation of some activity or process. So something drastically changes. It's like an earthquake basically, right? You get shattered. Now this is a definition in terms of any common dictionary. In layman's language, these are the reactions that people would get or will get when COVID happened, right? These are the thoughts, these are the wordings that might have come to your mind, your friends' mind, your parents, your families, right? Or hila ke rakh diya basically, right? It shook our world. That is disruption. So there are a lot of other disruptions that have happened. So in the next slide, I'm trying to cover 4 or 5 disruptive events that happened in the last century, right? Just to give an understanding of how the world changed after these disruptions, right? So the world famous Spanish flu, I don't know how many of you have heard about this, but this is one of the deadliest flus that has ever occurred in the world, and it has killed the most number of people to the known humanity. Then the Great Depression, which lasted for 3 to 5 years, it caused the World War I also later coming in. Then our own Satyagraha, Indian freedom movement. 2007, Steve Jobs unveiled the first iPhone, and rest is history. So whatever digital world that we are seeing today, whatever advancement, thanks to Steve Jobs and team. 2016, 2017, back-to-back demonetization and GST implementation by the Indian government. This also was no less than any disruption, right? I mean, it changed the way the whole business worked in this country. And then our well-known COVID-19, right? So, coming back to the changes in the advertising world, Anil is not, Anil, with all due respect, so these are my observations that came in when COVID hit. And I was head of marketing for Speedo for India and South Asia. So, I was heading the digital marketing wing as well. So, a lot of my friends who are in mainline agency business, they actually got scared because people were only online. There was no retail. People were not going out to shop. People were just at home consuming, Netflix slash Prime slash MX Player, and then doing Instagram and TikTok, right? So they were highly insecure. Am I prepared to do advertising in this digital world? Will I be able to compete with the young digital marketeer? Was their question. Traditional ad agencies started opening their own digital wings. They said we have a digital function that we have opened. We have hired so many people from this agency, that agency, etc., etc. This very interesting thing that happened, we would imagine COVID has hit, so there is no outdoor shoot, government is not giving any permission. So all the promotion, all the films, all the still shoot would have stopped, right? There are a lot of instances I have seen where virtual shoots were happening from countries like France, South Korea, Germany, all through virtual calls. So the director or the production house from India would direct the model coordinator there, and there is a photographer sitting out there and taking directions from here, from India. Very, very fascinating story this is. Then people started getting into digital marketing courses, Mica course, Udemy course, Unacademy course. Just they wanted one certification of I am a digital marketeer. Then this trend of this is the digital idea, sir. This is a digital idea that I have thought about. So previously advertising was all about communication, all about insights, right? This is the insight, this is the communication. But due to this online activity, most of the advertising guys said this is the digital idea. This will do very well in TikTok. This will do very well on YouTube. So these kind of things started emerging. Then selling viral ideas. Sir, this film will become, ये film viral बनेगा sir, आप देखिए मैं challenge करता हूँ आपको. So these are the kind of statements that came out, right? I mean, it was a disruption and people were scared. That's why they started talking like this, right? Digital only ideas, viral videos, etc. So now coming to changes in digital world. Okay. Before that, I will just spend 2 to 5 minutes on what happened in my world. When I say in my world, it is in my professional world. And when I say in my professional world, it is in anyone's professional world. Okay. Now this is linked to the explosion in D2C brands and digital marketing spends. So first I'll tell you my story. So I was in Speedo. So after, as Abraham said, after hospitality and tourism industry that was hit, sports was the second biggest industry that was hit. All the camps were shut, all the clubs were shut, and especially when it came to swimming, because Speedo is the world's #1 swimwear brand. When it came to swimming, especially Indian government was not sure whether the virus is deadlier on water or not. Actually, it was proved by the Italian government that water is safe because swimming water is chlorinated. So COVID-19 doesn't last in swimming water. But Indian government was very insecure about it. They didn't follow Italian mandate. So all the swimming pools were shut. So Speedo produces only swimwear. Your water shorts, your swimwear, goggles and caps. That's all. They don't have any alternate product. So all the stores were closed. We had around 45 exclusive stores. We were around 250 crore brand. Day zero, everything is shut. So I was at home and everybody was at home, of course. And I wake up every day, open my mailbox, no mails, no calls, no pressure from sales team. मुझे ये स्टैंडी चाहिए, मुझे ये सोशल मीडिया में पोस्ट चाहिए. No calls. 1 day went, 2 days went, 3 days, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So I was going crazy basically. No work, sitting at home, doing nothing. So that is where I started going to my friend's office, which is DigiPush office. And I went there and then of course I joined him later. So like this, like one Chetan Shanoy, a lot of professionals' lives changed, right? Either they didn't have any work or either they lost their jobs. Luckily I was in Page Industries. Page Industries doesn't fire like Toyota. So they didn't fire anybody. But there are people who are getting bored and there are workaholic people, right? Working for 15, 17 years, 8 to 12 hours a day, and suddenly you tell me not to work. It's a different feeling. So these people started ideating about starting a new business or doing side hustle, side business. That's the layman's term that is used, side business. So a lot of companies started from 2019 after COVID-19 hit because of this. Either compulsory layoffs or no work in their actual office, right? So more the number of companies more the websites, more digital marketing happens. It's a chain reaction. So this has led to the explosion of digital world. So, some people say that we have gone ahead 5 years. What was supposed to happen in the digital world 5 years from now, we have achieved it in 1 or 2 years, like what Abraham said about his internal systems, right? So the two main outcomes or the two main end results of this COVID-19 disruption in the digital world, to sum up, is that everybody became a digital marketing expert. Everybody, literally. There were free courses on YouTube. There were courses for 500 rupees, 1000 rupees on Udemy. Everybody became a freelancer, and everybody started doing digital marketing consulting to every company. Okay, very sad part. And second was for the consumer. It was a democratization of the whole online shopping business. Everybody came to online and started shopping. I mean, they had no other go, right? I mean, they can't get out, there are restrictions outside, there is curfew. So they were forcefully made to shop online. So this is the negative, that is the positive, right? Now let me split this into smaller parts. So digital marketing courses, infinite number of digital marketing courses came out, and everybody, right from businesses marketing team side to anybody who doesn't have a job became a digital marketing expert. Okay. Then online courses. I don't know how many of you know about this, but there's a huge online course business that is now it is slowly lowering down. But if you want to become a wellness expert, if you want to become a yoga expert, if you want to write a book, if you want to learn guitar, you want to become a personal trainer online, there are a lot of people who sell courses for this. So there is a huge burst of online courses, which me as an individual can consume this course and become an expert in 1 or 2 months, right? Then EdTech explosion, your Byju's and Vedantus of the world, Unacademies of the world, they grew like crazy. Then video content consumption. Thankfully or unfortunately for TikTok, Indian government banned TikTok, so that is where Insta Reels and now YouTube Shorts is coming up. So the amount of video consumption that was happening pre-COVID, it extrapolated. It jumped multiple times after COVID. Data became the new oil. More number of people getting online, more data, more money. And then more explosion of data science and so-called AI and machine learning. Freelance and gig economy. Anybody could start a business online knowing very, very few things about some subject. D2C explosion, right? Taking examples of Nykaa and couple of more brands, people thought, everybody can build a Nykaa. So a lot of companies opened up, a lot of people started selling online. An acceptance that digital is a two-way traffic. Now, if you go to traditional advertising, it's one way, right? You're watching something on TV, the ad is telling you something you are supposed to understand, that's all. There's no reaction. If there is a reaction, it is to your neighbor, it's your family, it's your friends. But digital is not like that. If I put something on Facebook, you can always comment back. You can always complain about the brand. So all the businesses understood this fact, finally. Submission by the B2B ecosystem, especially these B2B businesses which are, SMEs, which is around 70% of India's GDP, they actually accepted that we need to do digital marketing. Before that, it used to be very difficult for us to convince them. They said, my sales team is very good, I don't need a website, we will sell. Importance of engagement. Previously, people used to say, मेरे इतने सारे likes हैं, मेरे इतने सारे followers हैं. But slowly people came to know that engagement is the main thing and not the number of likes that you have on the page. This is the worst thing that has happened. Digital marketing is magic. So digital marketing, if I do, then my sales will skyrocket. I will do millions of rupees of profits, etc., etc., which is not a fact. Digital marketing is only one more advertising medium, right? From old direct mailers, newspaper inserts, to newspapers, to radio, to TV, to digital. So it's only adding of one more medium in the whole marketing ecosystem. I'll just put in a few points about behavioral changes in businesses. Okay, so one is importance of digital media. People finally understood that now after COVID, everybody is on the phone. So I need to communicate with that consumer on the phone itself. It may be through Facebook or YouTube or Instagram or any other website. So businesses completely understood it finally. And this is one more trend that I'm seeing. Especially small and medium-sized businesses like us, the marketing departments are actually, or the businesses are actually looking at a marketing consultant come digital marketer in the same agency. Now they don't have money to go to an agency like McCann, for example, very, very expensive. So they go to smaller agencies like DigiPush, but they expect us to become their marketing team extension. They want us to consult and tell them or recommend what to do, and then do the digital marketing for them. So what next, right? So see, we are back to normal. I mean, I'm seeing this very, very clearly. In the last 6 to 8 months, retail business has come back. People are going out. People are shopping in physical stores also. So it's not that online has taken away the whole, physical retail business. It's moving towards omnicom. So things are back to normalcy. No discussion on any marketing or any digital marketing will end without the mention of ChatGPT and BART, right? So ChatGPT is going to disrupt, is what some people are saying. Some people are saying no. Some people are saying, like me, I believe ChatGPT and humans together will create better content, right? ChatGPT is an amazing, helpful resource. We as intelligent humans should use it properly and give clients what they need. This is you guys, generation, I call them generation infinite. The possibilities are infinite. They are not like traditional consumers. Everything is on the tip of their hands. So this whole digital world will be driven by you guys and your juniors next coming to this college, etc., etc. Thank you.